Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Here we are at the Beer Garden at Capitol Brewery in Middleton. What a lovely day it is.
Enjoying a lovely day. One of the last, maybe, of the season.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Sorry, guys.
We're gonna talk to those folks later on in the program, but first we're joined now by John Mankowski and Chris Pramas from Accu-Clime Mechanical Services.
Thanks
Welcome back,
for having
gentlemen.
us. Glad to be back.
Thanks for joining us.
So it's kind of hard to believe after the week we had this past week that fall, I should say first, is coming, which means pretty soon we're going to be turning on our furnaces. So what should we do? What should we be doing or thinking about to get our furnaces ready for the cold season?
Well, you want to get them checked. It's that simple. You want to make sure that it's ready for winter. You know, putting snow tires on and all that stuff. So you want to make sure you start your snow blower, you get all that stuff ready. So why not make sure your furnace is ready for the winter so you stay nice and comfortable. Get some tune-ups done on them. Make sure that they're running as efficiently and hopefully avoid any problems when it is sub-zero temperatures outside and you really need the furnace.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it's certainly not optional once it gets to be, some of those really cold temperatures. You can't go very long, so you want to make sure you're in tip-top shape going into the season so that you don't have to experience that awful discomfort or, having to go to another home for a night or
There's
something.
never a good time for your furnace to stop working in
Not
Wisconsin,
in the wintertime.
right?
Not in the wintertime.
Right.
And we're getting into that season too, where sometimes you're using the heat and the air almost simultaneously for a while.
Yeah.
But we've talked before about you being a Lennox dealer, so I want to make sure that we touch on this a little bit because you obviously use Lennox furnaces and parts and such. But do you only service Lennox brands?
No,
or how does that work?
We work on everything. If it's a Carrier, Bryant, Rheem, Rude, Train, American Standard, Kenmore, pretty much anything out there. If it heats the house, the only thing that we don't work on is we don't work on oil burners. But other than that, pretty much anything. If it's natural gas furnace, we work on it.
Okay.
Propane, all of that.
Propane, everything. Yeah, pretty much we work on that type of stuff.
Heat pumps, all of it.
Lennox is a company that we've connected with. That's what we do most of our installs with, is the Lennox company. But we'll work on just about anything. We keep parts on the truck for everything, and these guys are all certified and working on all of them.
Excellent. So you know what your favorite is, but you're certified to do.
We know what the best is.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like a Chevy dealer that has a garage that works on Ford and everything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes
Got
sense.
it. Yep.
And I want to touch on your name again really quick, Accu-Clime Mechanical Services. I think that's important for viewers to know that mechanical services is sort of an all-encompassing type of name. It's not just heating and air conditioning. So can you talk about some of the other heating systems that you service and maybe just some of the other systems in general, mechanical things that you service?
Well, we service boilers. There's still a majority of boilers here in the Madison area.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the older sections have some boilers.
In residential?
Steam. Yep.
Right.
Yep,
Wow,
as
okay.
well.
And we do some commercial boilers also.
Wow.
There are some out there. So we definitely work on boilers. We do also, that's where the mechanical came in, we do commercial work where we do commercial refrigeration. We do essentially the hot side and the cold sides in restaurants.
Sure.
So we'll work on the grills, we'll work on the refrigeration, we'll work on the coolers, we'll work on your heating and cooling in the restaurants, so rooftop units, as well as other commercial type buildings. So
If it heats, if it cools, you guys take
if it
care
heats,
of it.
cools, cooks, and keeps it cold, we'll do it.
Cools,
That's right.
cooks, and keeps it cold.
Yep.
I love it.
That's right.
Great saying.
That's right.
Well, as I mentioned, we are kind of getting into that season where we're about to start using heating and air, potentially both at the same time, or one day one day the next, as we are in a fluctuating climate here. Do we need to get our air conditioning checked at this point? What's your recommendation?
We talk a lot about bang for buck. What's the most value for the homeowner? Right now, at this point, if it's lasted the season to this point, I would say save your money, put it in your pocket, get into some type of a planned service program with us, and then have us out in the spring. Be ready for next season at this point as far as the air conditioner goes.
The only thing I would recommend also, as far as it, just to go on top of that, if you notice your coil on your condenser needs to be cleaned, that's the time to give us a call, so that way when it starts up again in April, May of next year, it's already clean and ready to go. There's going to be a lot less chance of restrictions from the winter.
Well, and
Yeah.
I imagine if we're having you out to take a look at our heating systems, that's something maybe you could check too, just
Yeah,
while you're at the
they
home.
take a walk around the back of the house, take a peek at it, see, we should probably clean that cottonwood off because it's built up over the course of the last couple of months, and That way it's clean and ready to go, because cottonwood doesn't let go again until next June, and
Right.
you're probably going to use it in May, so we could probably get it cleaned out, or you can call us in the spring if we can do that too.
I mean, odds are we're walking around the house because we're going out to look at your vent piping and things
Sure,
like
yeah.
that to make sure that's free for winter, and there's no bird's nest, bees nest,
Right.
cobwebs or anything in those. So that, we deal with that.
Okay.
And how far advanced right now, as far as furnace calls and furnace tune-ups and so forth, how far advanced are you booking right now?
Call us now, literally, because I got a bug flying in front of me. Call us now, because the first time we hit 40-degree temperatures at night, our phones are going to blow up.
Yeah.
Literally. So the
It'll be
plan is to
lambasted.
do it now.
Yeah.
Call
A
us
bit of
now.
preventative maintenance.
Well,
save
we
money
like
and
to try and
time.
do tune-ups by the end of September,
Uh-huh.
but realistically, call us now, get on the schedule. We'll get you on the schedule for the end of September, and you don't have to worry about getting in line.
Everybody wants that 8 a.m. call.
Sure. Yeah.
First call so they can go to work.
Sure,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, I've got to cut to the chase before we
Yep.
go, guys. Any specials or things that we can look forward to coming up?
We are doing 50% off a club membership. Basically, we'll do your furnace in the fall and your air conditioner in the spring. Normal cost on that's $199. We're going to do it for 50% off. So you're essentially
Wow.
getting a free tune-up.
That's incredible.
Nice.
That's a great
So
deal.
Give us a call, but that's for Dane County residents only, and you got to mention Wisconsin Family.
Deal. Sounds
Great.
good.
John and Chris from Accu-Clime Mechanical Services, thanks so much for joining
Thanks
us
for having us
today.
again.
And don't go away, there's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.